Welcome to JD's Prep. Here we are going to be addressing 4 questions based on the given information and photograph and on your knowledge of biology. Let's look at how scientists investigate sex determination in alligators. In other words, how we know whether the baby alligators will be males or females. The picture here shows a baby alligator hatching and coming out of its shell with the following information. The sex of some reptiles, including the American alligator, is determined by the temperature at which eggs are incubated. For example, incubating them at 33 degrees Celsius produces mostly males, while incubation at 30 degrees Celsius produces mostly females. Scientists recently discovered a thermosensor protein, TRPV4, that is associated with this process in American alligators. TRPV4 is activated by temperatures near the mid-30s and increases the movement of calcium ions into certain cells involved with sex determination. Let's address the first question. It reads, the results of the scientific investigation will most likely lead other scientists to hypothesize that 1. Human sex cells also contain the TRPV4 protein. 2. Other reptiles may have the TRPV4 protein in their eggs. 3. The TRPV4 protein affects the growth of plants. Or 4. The TRPV4 protein is present in all foods eaten by alligators. One thing that sticks out immediately is that 3 out of the 4 options are definite statements. Option 2 stands out the most as the right answer because it says other reptiles may have that protein. Alligators are reptiles, so we can't assume that humans or plants are similar, so this eliminates options 1 and 4. We also can't assume that the protein is in all their food because we would need to be given that information if this was true. So your final answer should be option 2. Moving on to the next question. Which information was most essential in preparing to carry out the scientific investigation? 1. A knowledge in the variety of mutations found in American alligator populations. 2. The arrangement of the DNA bases found in the TRPV4 protein. 3. The effects of temperature on the incubation of alligator eggs. Or 4. A knowledge of previous cloning experiments conducted on alligators and other reptiles. The key phrase here is most essential. Because the idea we're focusing on is how temperature affects whether more male or female baby alligators are going to be born, it is most crucial to know what option 3 states, the effect of temperature on the incubation of alligator eggs. So option 3 is your final answer. Let's look at the next question. The movement of the calcium ions into certain cells is most likely due to 1. The destruction of the TRPV4 when it contacts the cell membrane. 2. The action of TRPV4 proteins on the cells involved with sex determination. 3. The sex of the alligator embryo present in that particular egg. Or 4. The action of receptor proteins attached to the mitochondria in alligator sex cells. If we look back at the original introduction, it states that TRPV4 is activated by temperatures near the mid-30s and increases the movement of calcium ions into certain cells. That statement right there is the key to knowing that TRPV4 is involved in sex determination. Since we know that the protein is affected by temperature. Therefore, option 2 is your final answer. And finally, the last question. Environmental changes, such as global warming, could affect species such as the American alligator because even slight increases in environmental temperature could 1. Lead to an overabundance of females and few, if any, males. 2. Lead to an overabundance of males and few, if any, females. 3. Cause the breakdown in the TRPV4 protein in female alligators. Or 4. Increase the rate at which calcium ions exit the sex cells. A warming climate could mean that there would be more males, since eggs that are incubated in the mid-30s tend to produce more males. Therefore, option 2 would be your final answer. Thanks for visiting JD's Prep.